Man, that sunset is gorgeous.
Grill, patio, sunset. Hard to get better than that. Unless you're browsing Carvana's inventory while you soak it all in.
Oh, burger time.
So sit back, get comfortable. Carvana's got thousands of cars under $20,000 just waiting for you.
I could stay here forever.
Carvana, where car buying meets comfort, meets convenience. Download the app or visit Carvana.com today. That's not just the sound of that first sip of Morning Joe. It's the sound of someone shopping for a car on Carvana from the comfort of home.
That's a good blend.
It's time to take it easy, like answering some easy questions to get pre-qualified for a car in minutes.
Talk about starting the morning right.
Just like customizing your terms so your car fits your budget. Visit Carvana.com or download the app to experience car shopping the way it should be. Convenient, comfortable. Ah.
Welcome to Cosmic Channels. Open minds on cosmic lines. To call in to future episodes, the number is 1-833-703-0424. The show is recorded live the second and fourth Sunday of every month. Please subscribe to Alien Theorist Theorizing on YouTube to watch it live, or patreon.com/Alien Theorists Podcast to watch on demand. The cosmic channels are open.
Woo! I'm Braden.
I'm Zell.
I'm Dan.
And I'm Andrew.
Those of you new to the show, we are Cosmic Channels. This is a call-in show. You can call in and tell us your stories about UFOs, alien abductions or sightings, paranormal stories, ghost stories, cryptids. You got haunted dolls. We want to hear it all. Give us a call at 1-833-703-0424 and let's open the lines.
All right, first caller. Hello,
hey,
Cosmic
guys.
Channels. Hello.
Hi.
Hello.
Yeah, we got you. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
My name is Autumn. I'm calling from San Diego.
Oh, right on.
So this is my daughter. She's been listening to your show for a while. She actually wanted to call in because she actually has a story.
Perfect.
But she wants me to tell the part.
Okay,
Okay.
let's hear it.
So we had recently gone to Mexico in April because my grandma died. And we went to go visit because we had, she was, they made her into ashes or whatever. And we went to go visit and we wanted to say our goodbyes. And this wasn't our first time visiting. We usually, visit and we sleep in my grandma's room. It's not a big deal. It's pretty cool. Well, one night I fall asleep. Everything's fine. But I wake up at 2 a.m. because Autumn, my daughter, is next to me and she's crying. And I'm just like, Autumn, why are you crying? Are you okay? And she's just like, can you just please stay up with me? And I was just like, okay, but why are you crying? Is everything okay? And I'm like, did you have a bad dream? What's going on? And she's just like, look, I just want you to stay up with me and I don't want to tell you because I don't want to scare you. And I was just like, oh, hell no. Okay. What do you mean? What's going on? I'm like, don't even tell me. We'll talk about it in the morning. I'm like, do you want to maybe watch Shrek?
Yeah.
So she's just like, okay. So we put on
Always
Shrek.
want to watch Shrek.
Yeah, no kidding.
100% yes, all the time.
So we're watching Shrek. I guess I end up falling back asleep on the horrible mother. But anyways, I asked her in the morning and, well, this is what she tells me.
I saw a girl, I think, on top of a closet, just staring at me, holding something. Then I see another girl or a lady just a few feet away from my mom, gets closer to my mom and just stops and looks at my mom and me.
And this is while we're watching
Oh.
Shrek, she said.
Watching Shrek, you just look over and you see these things on top of the closet.
Well, no, she said that this didn't stop even while we were watching Shrek, that she was still standing next to our bed staring. I didn't see shit, honestly. I didn't even want to look around the room because when she
That's
told
a
me, like,
blessing.
oh, yeah. But she said she saw it, like she was staring at me and her while we were watching Shrek. And like, she didn't even want to tell me the next morning. She was just like, honestly, I don't want to tell you. She's like, I don't want to scare you. Everything's fine. Like, she didn't even want to tell me. And like, I had to like pretty much like choke it out of her. Like, just tell me what happened. And she told me that someone was watching us. And I asked my aunt, I was just like, do you guys have any weird things going on like in this house? And she was just like, no, we've never had any weird events. Like, she was like, maybe it was grandma, because she had recently passed away. Like, but it's just like, I didn't see anything. You know what I mean?
Right.
And
Well, it's because
it
you're
was
into
just, like,
Shrek.
crazy.
You can't blame yourself. For
Yeah.
Yeah, you had Shrek on the mind.
Yeah,
It's
it's
like
fine.
it's
It's no big
really
deal.
hard to concentrate.
The scary
That
thing
much
is that
awesome.
the ghosts weren't watching Shrek. So you know they're not good.
This is what I'm gonna. This is my sense of it. How old's your daughter?
She's 9. Well, she was
9, and what's her name again?
She was 8. Her name's Autumn.
Autumn.
Autumn. So Autumn.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. Shrek is such a good movie. It's such a good movie that I think it crosses dimensions. So if you're throwing Shrek on, right, these things from other places might want to also come and enjoy Shrek.
They're searching for Shrek viewings.
Yeah, they're not
Honestly.
there to scare you. They're not there to hurt you. They just want to enjoy a piece of cinematic perfection known
Mike
as Shrek.
Myers, Eddie
Mike
Murphy.
Myers.
Come on, what more do you want?
Cameron Diaz,
So
John Lithgow.
I wouldn't
Pretty
be
sure,
worried,
right?
Autumn, that these things wanted to harm you in any way, because I mean, all the evidence points to they just wanted to watch Shrek.
Probably. We made it out just fine.
See, exactly.
Awesome. There you
had
go.
you cut the had you turned the movie off halfway, you may have been in trouble.
Yeah, you might have seen some poltergeist activity right there. So
Yeah, if you let it finish,
luckily you
you're
watched
good.
the movie all the way through. I hope, and so you're good.
Awesome. Hey, we're going to keep the lines moving, but we appreciate you calling in and telling that story.
All right. Thank you so much.
Thank
Have a good
you.
one.
Thank you. Have a good night. Bye.
You too.
Bye.
Oh, your kid just
Okay,
looks
is
over.
Autumn gone now? Is Autumn gone? Never go back to that house. It's the most terrifying
Ever
thing I've
again.
ever heard in my life.
Ever
They
again.
weren't
Also,
watching Shrek. They were going to take you to another dimension.
I don't know if a 9-year-old should be listening to this show.
Terrifying.
I don't know about
She's
this.
listening with her mom, so she's got
Okay,
parental
good. So
supervision.
earmuffs. Lots and lots of earmuffs. Please.
All right, let's
Never
keep,
fucking go back there again.
let's keep
Holy.
the lines rolling.
Not a fucking chance.
Hello,
Next call.
Cosmic Channels.
Hi. Oh,
Hello.
I'm so excited to be on the show.
We're
Are
excited
you
to
here to
have
talk
you.
about Shrek? If not, we're hanging up.
No, I am here to talk about UFOs.
Perfect.
Hang up.
Perfect. The next best thing.
Yeah. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
My name is Libby. I'm from South Carolina.
South Carolina. Thank you. All right, let's hear it.
So this happened about 1 year ago, like almost exact. It was around like late June, I guess. So my family took a trip down to Garden City Beach, which is a little bit south of Myrtle Beach. I don't know if you're familiar.
Never
and
been, but
my
heard of
family,
it.
we rented like a house that was sitting on the marsh. So just to paint the picture for you guys, we were sitting on like a big back porch. The marsh was out in front of us, and then there was like one road that has like buildings kind of, and then past that like the beach and like open skyline, all of that. So it was a night we were sitting after like going to dinner and everything. We were just all sitting on the back porch, just talking and hanging out. And all of a sudden we start seeing these like orange orbs in the sky. It was like I was on a group text with all my family before trying to like remember everything. But my dad was saying they were about like a 45-degree angle from where we were looking. It was like out in the horizon. So, I mean, it would be like if you were looking at a star or something. And they would appear
and then they would slowly like fade out. But you couldn't see, there wasn't like a trail behind it, because we were thinking, okay, could it be a firework? Could it be a flare? There was no trail behind it. They would just pop up and then fade out. And then a couple of times, like, it would pop up and then it would split into like 3. And then they would all sit there and then all go back together and then fade back out.
Oh.
And then there was another instance where this was all the same night. We were watching and they popped up all in a straight line. It was like boom, 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 like all in a straight line. Stayed lit, and then they all faded out together. It was the weirdest thing. And then afterwards, my mom got like dizzy sick. So it was weird.
What size approximately do you think the orbs were? Both while they're together and while they're separate? Don't know? While
they were together, I mean, it appeared brighter, and then they would separate out size. I mean, it kind of looked like if you were seeing like maybe like twice the size of like Jupiter when you look up in the sky.
Okay. Really, really bright
bigger.
star.
I don't know. Yeah,
No.
It looked like a really, really bright star, but like, when it would come up, it wouldn't like fade in. It would just like appear and then fade out.
And did you ever, and this is going to kind of sound like a weird question, but I do have a point. Did you get a feeling of, well, you'll hear in a second.
Were you
did
watching
you get
Shrek?
Did you get a feeling of, no one cares about Shrek. Did you get
Everyone cares about Shrek.
Did you get a playful energy from this thing? Like, did it feel like it was putting on a show?
I mean, it, to an extent, I mean, it would pop up, and like when it popped up in the straight line, that was kind of like, okay, why is it like in a design kind of, I guess, but maybe.
See, I say that because a lot of the things you said kind of reminded me of the Charlie Red Star.
I was going to ask you, did it head towards a liquor store?
Right.
There's a UFO flap in southern Manitoba, Canada. I don't remember the dates, but it very similar to what you're saying. And a lot of people said this thing seemingly and unknown. No one knew what these lights were, but it seemingly put on like a show, like it was like playful. People like gave it like said it was jovial. Like these were things of like it would just do interesting designs and stuff in the sky. So when you say that, it really kind of elicits those same ideas of the Charlie Red Star from Manitoba.
Yeah.
I could put Manitoba on the map.
I'm looking it up right now on my phone, and the pictures look pretty similar. Like the red, there's one I'm looking at has like 2 red, orangey orbs up in the sky, and it kind of looked like that, like in the night sky.
And what was the year of your sighting?
Last year.
It was last year, she said.
Okay.
2020.
And
Charlie's
we're going
back, baby.
back next week, so
Hey. Yeah.
if I see anything else, I'll keep you guys updated.
And what's your thoughts on it? Like, what do you think? What do you chalk it up to? What's your gut feeling?
My gut, first off, is saying, okay, UFO. But between me, my parents, my brother and his wife, and then my boyfriend were all watching it. And between all of us, I mean, we ran down, like, could it be an airplane? Well, no. The way that it was just, like, stationary and then would fade out didn't seem like an airplane. It didn't have a tail behind it. It didn't seem like a flare or a firework. And we couldn't, between all of us, still don't know what it could have been.
And so where did you see this again? Like, where are you located?
South Carolina.
This
South
was
Carolina?
at Garden City.
All right, so back off. Charlie Red Star's ours. All right, he's Canadian. Leave him alone.
It's like
He's
south
ours.
of Myrtle Beach.
By Myrtle Beach.
Myrtle
Okay.
Beach.
So
Cool.
if you're listening to this and you're from that area and you have a similar sighting, call and let us know. I mean, that's what we want to do. We want to put people in touch with other people who have had these sightings, connect dots. So, hey, thank you so much for calling in.
Yep. Perfect.
Yeah, of course. Thank you, guys.
Have a good one. Boom. Orb UFO. Splits.
Cool.
Merges. Colored red. Charlie Red Star.
weird designs. I mean, that's instantly that popped in my head. I was like, it's a very similar to the Charlie Red Star story.
Yeah, definitely. All right, we got
Maybe
another
he's
caller.
back.
Maybe he is.
Charlie's back, baby.
Another caller. Here we go. Hello, Cosmic Channels.
Hey, yeah, am I live now?
You're live.
Yes, sir.
All right. Hey, well, listen, this is Benzie calling from Gresham, Oregon.
Morgan, right on.
And, how you doing?
Doing well, brother. What
All right.
do you got for us
Me
tonight?
too, man. Well, I need to share this with you. 2017, month of May, it was around 10 p.m., and we had thunder and lightning. And, you know, the weirdest thing is, like, it was still warm outside, and I had just shorts on, no shirt, no t-shirt, and sandals. And something was beckoning me to go out in my backyard. So I went out in my backyard. I wasn't afraid of getting struck by lightning. You know, I mean, if it's going to happen, it's going to happen. But, you know, like I was out in the backyard looking at the clouds, and I seen a triangular shape UFO, crystal clear, with a round, glowing red beam under the belly. And it was flying over my yard. And I just couldn't believe it, you know?
Oh, what,
And then it went into the clouds and disappeared. And then I was like in complete awe. And all of a sudden, there was actually one behind it. Another triangular shaped UFO following the first one. But this time, the red glowing beam was pulsing at me. I believe that they were telling me, you know, hey, you've seen us, we see you, and that was their way of communicating.
they were acknowledging you.
But man, I wish I had a camera, but it was for real.
No doubt. But can you explain how big do you think like the triangles were, or how far away?
Well, from where I was standing in the backyard, I would say maybe 6 stories high from the ground.
Oh, so real close to the ground. 60 feet.
And I'm like saying, I'm wondering if I got any radiation from that bad boy or whatever, but I do believe that they harness their energy from lightning. It's like an automobile. We get our gas from gasoline.
Right.
Yeah.
They harvest the energy from static electricity in the atmosphere.
To keep on keeping on, you know?
Yeah.
Now, how fast were these things moving? Like, in comparison to a plane, were they similar speed to a plane, or were they moving slower?
Very, very slow and very quiet. No noise at all. Complete silence. Slow motion, pretty much. I was in complete awe.
Oh, just kind of like floated over you.
Yeah, there's been other sightings of triangle UFOs, at least one place from Lane County, I think. And then there's another one. There's a couple from Junction City as well that people from last year reported seeing triangle UFOs. So
Yeah, wasn't there some like, that leaked Pentagon footage too? There was a triangle UFO.
There was the green triangle, and some people chalked it up to like a lens flare or something, but it was definitely triangle.
Yeah, this one was definitely triangle. It was like metallic silver color, and then on the belly was a round red glowing beam.
Just like scanning the ground as it went, kind of thing, or
no? The beam, the red beam, was under the belly of the craft in the center of the triangular shape.
Yeah, but it's shining down at the ground. Was it? Could you see like a spotlight from it, or was it just glowing?
No, it wasn't no spotlight. It was just lit up red.
Okay.
Like, I don't know if that's their energy force or whatever, but the second one that was following it, the red glowing round, you know, beam, if you want to call it that, was pulsing at me. You know what I mean? Like a heartbeat.
Yeah, like it acknowledged you. Like it seemed.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You know, they got busted. I've seen them. And I've always believed that aliens aren't from other planets. They've always been here. They're the fallen angels that came down there with Lucifer, the devil, and they live underground. And they've been working with the government for years and years.
Right, so that's like
you know what I mean?
Like the intraterrestrials, like they're like the Hollow Earth theory, like someone lives inside the Earth, and that's the UFOs, that's the aliens.
Yeah, just like it over at the Denver airport, there's supposed to be an underground place down there where they have actually aliens. And Hitler, I don't know if you remember, there's a picture of him shaking hands with an alien. They're actually fallen angels. They're demons.
I don't think I've ever seen.
I don't think I've seen the Hitler one with the shaking of the alien.
I've never seen a picture of him shaking.
I've seen that picture.
If you got it,
100%
send
real.
it to us. I'm ready to see that shit.
But hey, with the triangle UFOs, right? You said they beckoned you out. What does your gut tell you? What are these things? What do you think they are? These two triangle shaped UFOs. Are they us or are they aliens?
What do I think they are? Is that what was that the question?
Yeah. Like, what is your gut telling you when you saw these things?
Well, they're the fallen angels in a spacecraft because they're the ones that taught mankind how to make weapons, makeup, medicines, and wars, you know? And they're just, like I said, they live underground in the earth.
So Nephilim.
The government knows all about it. You know what I mean? They've been here since, you know, when you see all these pyramids built and people are complete awe wondering how did they put all these tons and tons of heavy stone in perfect order. Those were just finger touched by the aliens, man. They can just touch something, just move it around like that. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, I mean, hey, we could theorize all day on aliens, but we got to keep the lines rolling. But we appreciate the call about the triangle UFOs, and that's a cool one.
Right on, man.
All right, man.
Cheers, man. Thanks for calling in.
Thanks for calling in. Talk to you later.
All right, you bet, man. Take care.
Bye.
You know, and I've never seen one, so I never want to chalk it up just to this. But I wonder how many of these things can be chalked up to that TR-3B aircraft, you know, that we've seen, that triangle-shaped aircraft that it's like still highly classified or top secret. It's like the black triangle, whatever. And I'm not saying that all of these things are, but I wonder how many could be like military craft that we might have.
The triangle, that's like it's like the evolution of like swept wing technology. It's like just all wing, that the whole thing is just a wing.
Yeah.
But then,
interesting.
Then you got to say, is like, well, is that propulsion the same, or are we seeing something that flies completely different to how we know?
Yeah, it's hard to say.
When we're old men, we'll look back and be like, we fucking told you so. We told you so.
Told us so. A fucking told us so.
Yeah,
you heard it here first. Cosmic Channels 3.5.
Yeah, like an SR-185 flying craft that works off like anti-gravitic technology. And then when we're like 80 years old, they'd be like, we had this back in 2020. I'd be like, fucking. All right, lines are still open.
We got anyone on the lines?
No, I would answer if I did.
No? Oh, okay. So give us a call, 1-833-703-0424. I know it can be frustrating at times to get through because our call holding boots you after a while. But don't give up. Give us a call. If you got a story, you know our saying, fuck you, call us.
Yep.
We want to hear it. So, but I've liked, man, today has been so far three good calls.
Someone says they're on the line. No one's on the line from Australia. My mate is on the line from Australia.
We've gotten calls from Australia before, haven't we? It's weird that it's been so difficult.
And UK.
And UK.
Yeah, you should be able to call from anywhere.
I think
Bizarre.
he means South Africa.
Right.
That's the problem, because we all know Australia ain't real. No, the triangle UFO ones, seeing it, it's interesting. The fact that he felt beckoned. I just like that term, beckon. He was beckoned to go outside for some reason, and then just happened to look up. It's
that's cool.
right. I said it flashed at him. I wonder if that was like, you know, if we theorize, like when we talked to Dr. Michael Masters about like these things are just us from the future coming back and doing studies. Maybe this like him being beckoned out, and then, you know, it's when he says it was flashed right at him. I wonder if that's some sort of like just some sort of scan or something, right? Like they need him out of the house, give him a quick scan, and peace, we're out. Got our updated our info.
Yeah, maybe we can theorize about that one all day, but we got another caller.
Man, that sunset is gorgeous.
Grill, patio, sunset. Hard to get better than that. Unless you're browsing Carvana's inventory while you soak it all in.
Oh, burger time.
So sit back, get comfortable. Carvana's got thousands of cars under $20,000 just waiting for you.
I could stay here forever.
Carvana, where car buying meets comfort, meets convenience. Download the app or visit Carvana.com today.
Man, that sunset is gorgeous.
Grill, patio, sunset. Hard to get better than that. Unless you're browsing Carvana's inventory while you soak it all in.
Oh, burger time.
So sit back, get comfortable. Carvana's got thousands of cars under $20,000 just waiting for you.
I could stay here forever.
Carvana, where car buying meets comfort, meets convenience. Download the app or visit Carvana.com today.
Hello, Cosmic Channels.
Hi, how's it going?
Yeah, good, brother. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
My name's Jack. I'm from Australia.
Yeah, you got through?
It worked.
Finally.
Yeah.
Bit of effort.
Persistence, man. We appreciate it.
Yeah, only time I could call because normally I'm at work at this time. Whole factory got sent home because of COVID testing.
Oh, yeah, that'll happen.
Oh, no.
Yeah, we know all about
Yeah, you
that.
guys got
We
some.
know all
You guys got
about
some
that.
serious lockdowns going down right now. Hey.
Yeah, it's pretty hardcore.
Sucks, man.
Yeah, I'm calling because I've got an interesting story I thought you might be interested in. I'm not entirely sure how I'd explain it, but I'd like to hear you guys' opinion.
Let's hear it.
The first kind of part of the story happened around 2012. I was driving to my ex's house at the moment, and it was like a really foggy night, probably around 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock at night. Like, so foggy that you probably can't see, probably like around 30, 40 meters in front of your car. And I'm like behind one other car, and all of a sudden it just goes completely frictionless. So I did like a full 360, like it's not raining, no oil on the road, nothing like that. Just full 360 and like just like spun into like a side street. I just was watching. I'm like, that's really weird. All right, and I didn't think much of it besides that. Yeah, it was really odd. And later that night, I was driving home probably around 2 o'clock in the morning, and yeah, the fog was still heaps thick. There was I was coming up to this T intersection, and there was like a shadowy man-looking figure just standing on the corner. I'm like, that's odd. Why is this man standing on the corner? So I pull up to a stop to make sure nothing's happening before I pull into the T intersection, and this figure just runs straight at my car. I freak out, hit brakes. As soon as it hits the car, it like disappears, like it like goes into the fog. I'm like freak the fuck out, don't know what just happened. I pull over to the side, look out the car, nothing's there. It's like super foggy, still can't see anything. But this night seemed to kick off like some events of like what I could only explain is like seeing like weird shadowy figures, like not like sleep paralysis, like shadow people things, but it's more like random figures when I'm fully awake, like doing things. like I'd be driving home from different places and just like occasionally see like weird shadowy figures like just standing on the side of the road like at night. It's like this is really weird, and since I was super skeptical at the time, I'm like, maybe it's just like some psychosis, or I'm going through stressful times or something like that. Not too sure like what it could be. But one of the biggest events that happened, like I was going home from uni, walking to my car, just parking on a side street, and like I just saw like probably around 10-15 just like walking towards my car. It's like of increasingly abnormal like proportions, like stretched out and like abhuman looking nearly. I'm just like ignoring it because I'm like, this isn't happening. I'm not seeing things. I'm not crazy, I swear. I walk to my car. I like look to my car and I see something in the back seat. I'm like,
oh
No.
Okay, this is weird. Like, 'cause I'm on the phone to my girlfriend at the time, like telling her I'm like seeing things. I'm like, I don't know what's happening. So as I go to my car, I like check the back seat, check the boot, check everything, making sure nothing's in there. 'Cause I'm like, surely not, but just in case. Yeah. As I get into my car, having checked nothing's in there, I look in the rearview mirror and I see something in there again. So yeah, I freak out, jump out of the car, check everything again. I'm like, no, I'm just seeing things, and I'm just gonna go home, ignore it. Then the biggest event that made me most worried was I was studying one night, and my girlfriend was already asleep, and it was in like her room, and like in the corner of the room I see like this rising shadowy figure, probably the tallest one I've ever seen. It's like in the corner, standing up towards, like as if it's like hunched over the roof because it's too tall. And I look away. It's in my peripheral vision. I'm just like I'm not seeing it. I'm not seeing it. I'm not seeing it. And I just kept ignoring these things until one day I was driving back down that same road that I saw the frictionless car. I'm driving down the road, probably similar time of night, and suddenly my car just goes frictionless in the same foggy weather, same weird things, and I see the car behind me, which was the same car I was driving 2 years earlier, and it was as if I'd saw the same event happen 2 years later.
Oh.
And I have no idea how I'd explain it.
Weird.
That's freaky.
It's like a progression of something paranormal.
Yeah.
Started with the car, ended with the car.
Yeah. Nothing happened since then. I wasn't sure if it's like extra dimensional something, like I like peeked into like a veil or something. But only other thing that coincides with the whole event was the corner of which the frictionless road thing happened. There was a stabbing 2 years earlier where a kid died.
Ooh.
Yeah, I've got articles I can send to you guys if just to show you like the road and what happened.
Yeah, send them to us.
Please.
Definitely.
Yeah. What would you guys think on that whole event?
Well, honestly, it's kind of like a progressing event. It seems like, right? Kind of like followed you.
Yeah, but yeah, I've always been super skeptical about all that, and like coming after those experiences and like opening like the way I think about things a bit more, I'm like maybe I wasn't entirely like just losing my mind, because it doesn't seem to like nothing happened before or after. It's just all just in one sort of event.
Yeah, it's weird that it wasn't a singular event, so you can't like chalk it up to just like a fleeting glance. It seemed to like repetitive sighting.
I don't have any like family history of like any like mental health issues like that would cause like any like psychosis or schizophrenia or anything. So yeah, I'm not too sure.
Yeah, I don't know if something's supernatural, like if there was a stabbing at that exact place where your car spun around and you've like seen it for the first time. I mean, that's a pretty crazy coincidence, if nothing else.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, that's my story. Sorry to ramble on a bit.
No, that was good, man. That was great.
That was awesome.
Nuts, I was on the edge of my seat and the hair's standing up in the back of my neck.
Yeah, I got the shivers.
Hey, if something happens again, make sure to let us know.
I'm gonna have to watch Shrek after this.
Yeah. All right, man. Thanks for calling.
Idea. All right.
Cheers, man.
Thanks
Cheers.
for
Bye.
everything you do. You get me through my work day.
Hey, no problem, man. Least we could do. Boom. Like this is a creepy one. I don't know what it could be.
Creepy.
Just like he's seen something like the same thing multiple times. So, and just like that, one hangs up, one calls in. Woo! Hello, Cosmic Channels.
Hey, what's going on, man?
Yeah, you made it. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Hey, the name's Larry. I'm calling from San Antonio, Texas.
Larry from San Antonio. Boom. Thanks, Larry. What do you got for us?
All right. I got a couple of stories, but I think I'll keep it with the UFO.
Sounds good.
So this was back in 2004. I was stationed in Wichita Falls, Texas, Shepherd Air Force Base. It was some sea schools in there for training, so pretty nice about it. It was like an 8 to 5 job, and then I had the weekends off.
Nice.
So on the weekends, yeah, it was sweet. So on the weekends, I would travel home, and Wichita Falls, and nobody doesn't know, it's northwest of Dallas because I'm off the beating path. So there's no interstates around really that go where I go, so I had to take the 2-lane roads to get to home, and it was about a 4-hour trip. And everything would go fine getting home, but it was when leaving and coming back to the base, in those 2-lane highways, it would get about nightfall that time, and it'd be pitch black. I mean, there's nothing when you're on these 2-lane highways.
Right.
But I'm coming to one of the little towns, and I see like a light about maybe 40, 50 feet from the highway, and it's like a street light. And I'm coming out to it, and for some reason, I'm not really, like, I know it's there, but I shouldn't, like, be contrary on it, but I am. But then it feels like I'm getting to it, and then I should pass it. But when I come to it, it stays with me, and it starts following. And it stays on my left-hand side, and it just stays there. And it's, like I said, it's about 40 to 50 feet from me, but it just stays with me the whole time. And then when I get into the town, it's gone. And then when I get out of the town, I'm back on the highway, and lo and behold, it's there again. And it'll always just stay right there, and it'll speed up to where it looks like I'm about to catch up to it, pass it, and then it just stays with me. And it did that all the way till I almost got to Wichita Falls, about maybe 10 miles before that. And then finally, when it looks like I'm finally going to do it again, I'm going to catch up to it, it just goes like an iris, and it just flashes out.
Well, how long before you entered the city could you see it, and how long after, like, amount of time total?
Like I said, it took 4 hours to get home and 4 hours to get back to the base. So the 2 hours was on regular interstate highways, and then the back roads was 2 hours.
Right.
As soon as I got on the back roads, it's about 30 minutes. That's when I saw it, and then it just hauled me all the way to Wichita.
And then
I go through and I would go through like 3 or 4 cities, and it would do the same thing. It would disappear, and then when I come out, there it is again. Now, the only thing that made it weird is that since I go home on the weekends a lot, it happened to me about 3 weeks in a row. Same object, same thing, all the time. And it was just creepy because these roads are black, and there's nobody. There's no oncoming traffic. Usually there is. Usually there's a state trooper that pulls me over to say, "Hi, how you doing? You're speeding again."
Welcome back.
None of that. Yeah, none of that. But that thing would just, and it, like I said, it looked like a street light. It just looked like a normal street light that you're about to pass, or even in a backlight or something. But it would just stay with me. And right when I get to the major city, it would do that thing, like, and then just go. And it just would, it's like 3 weeks in a row it did. And the only reason it stopped is because I had, it was time to go somewhere else, to another base. So.
Right. Did this light, did it seem to be in the same spot every time? Or was it like different heights on the horizon?
Every happened 3 times, story stays the same. It always did the same thing. And what's weird is before that even happened to me, like I said, there would be animals that would cross the road. There would be cars that everything like that. But then when this started happening to me, and it was always on the way back, and it was always nighttime, and same spot all the time. It just boom, right there. There it is.
How high did you think it was above the road?
Let's see. Going northbound, like I said, about 40 to 50 feet away to my left, and I would say it looked like maybe it was 15 to 20 feet up in the air.
Okay. Did it cast shadows?
No shadows.
No shadows.
No sound.
No shadows, no sound. Everything was quiet. Like I said, no other vehicle. And then when I would get to the cities, it would go away. And of course, it's small cities, so there's nobody out. But as soon as I get out the little cities, and it's right there again. And when I would get out the cities, I wouldn't catch it. It would just, like, it never left me. It'd just be right there on my left.
Now, what does your gut tell you? Like, what do you think it is?
Oh, I don't know. It could have been, it could have been something with the government. It could have been a UFO. I just don't know. I just know it was something that was smart enough to be following me and to know my route, to know when I would be there. Because being a military guy, I would always leave at the same time. I would always keep to my habits. That's a bad thing. I'm a creature of habits. So it knew when I would be there, and I knew when it would be there.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, if I was a super skeptical person, I'd be like, "Oh, you probably just it's a space phenomenon, like some type of star that seemed to be there." But then you'd be like, "Well, it seemed to follow me," and you're like, "Yeah, that's right." So I don't know. I don't know what it could be.
Yeah, and 20, 40 feet above the road, if it's that bright, you're able to see it. It would have been casting a shadow or something like that.
Yeah, I don't know. That's a weird one.
Yeah, nothing. And what's so bad about it is that, what's worse about it is because I'm out there, so there's really nothing out there for it to like cast shadows. And it was kind of bright enough to where it couldn't really light up anything because there's nothing out there. It's just farmland, so there's nothing. So there's nothing that would go in front of it. And the only thing that would like interfere with it was the cities when I would get in there. But at that time, it would just go away. And then as soon as
there weren't like street lights on stuff. Like it would have been the only light source out there. Like you said, these back streets, these back roads are pretty dark, right?
Yeah.
So like it should have been casting shadows, but you should have been able to see like some type of illumination, like along the road or something like that.
And it wasn't that bright enough to do that. It was just far away and bright enough just that it was just like a light source. You can tell with the light source.
So it was higher than 20 or 40 feet. Like it would probably would have been higher than that.
Well, to tell you the truth, man, I was too freaked out of my mind to look at it. I've had a couple of run-ins on things on roads, so I can't keep my eyes off the front of the road for about longer than 10 seconds. And knowing me, if I looked at the thing too long, I'd probably be in a tree or something like that. So, I would try. So I would try to look, and little things like that. I would try to see. The biggest thing I was trying to see is I was trying to see if it was on a pole, if something it was attached to something, and I couldn't. It was too far away for me not to see anything. All I know is that, and it would stay with me. But like I told you, the weird thing is before I get to the city, when it turns off, it doesn't just go away. It like a cover goes over it. Like if it turns and then it's gone.
Yeah, that's a weird one. I don't know what it could be. Something unidentified.
It's a definition of UFO.
Exactly.
It is a UFO.
Yeah,
that would freak the hell out of me, though.
Creepy.
Hey,
Definitely.
the only thing I was worried about was don't beam me up. I don't want to get anal probe. I gotta make it.
Well, it's not the UFO that's in the sense that it's definitely aliens, but it's definitely an unidentified flying object. By definition, it is a UFO.
Yeah, enough to freak you out that much that you remember the situation.
Yeah.
I know. It's like, dude, I'm a young enlisted guy. Don't mess up my truck. Don't take me. I got to report to work. I really don't want to deal with my drill sergeant.
For sure. All right, brother. We're going to take a couple more calls tonight, but thanks for the call.
Yeah, thanks.
All right, thanks, guys.
Okay, have a good one.
Woo! Some good UFO stories today.
Some good shit. Good shit coming in. Well, we got time for a couple more if you're hanging around. Hanging around and you've been humming and hawing about calling.
Yeah, fuck you, call us.
Fuck you, call us.
Yeah.
We want to hear your story.
And persistence UFO, pays off. Keep calling.
Hey,
paranormal.
You tell someone to fuck you, call us. They call us. Hello, Cosmic Channels.
Works.
Hey, how's it going? This is No Dice out of San Diego.
No Dice out of San Diego. Thanks, man. Thanks for the call.
So I'll give you guys a fearless choice. You guys want to hear a ghost story or a UFO story?
Let's keep rolling.
What's going to make Andrew shit his pants the most?
What's that?
What's going to scare Andrew the most?
Probably the ghost one.
Let's take that one.
Okay,
You're probably right.
San Diego is filled with a bunch of Victorian houses, like remnants of early or late 1800s.
Yep.
So I was doing some street work, and I had to go. I had to go to one, and it looked exactly like the Crypt Keeper's house,
sure.
Stairway to get up.
Love that show.
And it had kind of like a enclosed courtyard. So the thing was, I had to check the side of the house. I had to go do some inspections where the crawl spaces were at. So I go there. We knock on the door. Nobody answers. I had another coworker working with me. He went around the other side, but I was basically in the courtyard by myself. So I was inspecting the crawl space, and this is probably maybe 1 o'clock in the afternoon. So sun's out, super bright, and to my peripheral, I thought my buddy just came to the side of me and was looking at what I was looking. So I started having a conversation. And then when I turned to Canyon, there was nothing there. But literally a foot away from me. And he came around the corner. I said, dude, I was just talking to somebody right next to me. I thought it was you. And so, yeah, we ended up finding out that that location in San Diego is there are a lot of ghost tales in those types of houses.
It's paranormally activated.
Yeah. High sense.
And then another time when I had to go in the crawl space, I ended up finding they look like good sized bones. So I brought them out of the crawl space. And then I said,
listen,
oh, wait a minute.
hold on. Did you go in the fucking crawl space after you had that experience?
Yeah.
You fucking crazy, dude. Fucking nuts.
Think about it. Yeah.
Not enough tea in China.
Hey, you're on the clock. You got to do what you got to do.
No,
man.
I don't. There's other things to do. Other jobs.
Out that it was like broad daylight and, out in the courtyard, you expect to see it late at night or something like that. But yeah, in broad daylight, I kind of was like, oh, damn, I'm not safe anytime. But yeah, that's my ghost story. And then I could probably tell you guys the UFO one real fast.
Yeah, let's do that.
Well, basically, I want to say San Diego is kind of like a hotbed for UFOs, but they're not kind of, very, what am I trying to say? They're not obvious. Like, the sky has to be kind of like, I'll say the best time to see them is when it just rains, and so there's a lot of clouds in the sky, but they're kind of scattered. I guess that, kind of gives like a foreground. So I've seen these metal spheres just floating in the sky, and I know it's not a satellite because they kind of just float in and out of the clouds.
Right.
So another time I was working, it was probably 3 o'clock, and it was just coincidence that I had listened to, I think at the time Joe Rogan had David Fravor on the show, and he was talking about it.
Yep.
So, yeah, I had been listening to the podcast, and then, I happened to look up, and I saw a metal sphere floating pretty high. But you kind of almost had to just stare at the sky to see it. So the thing is, I thought, oh, you know what, benefit of the doubt, maybe it's just a balloon. But not until I met up with 5 other ones that were just kind of somewhat scattered, but, still in the cluster. So this was 3 in the afternoon. And then another time I saw one, and I got actually a video of it. So if you can imagine it kind of floating like in a linear path, and then it disappeared, and then it reappeared like at a higher elevation, and continued going on its path.
Oh.
But
yeah, you should send us that video.
Yeah,
I'd love to see that.
Yeah. I'll DM you guys on Instagram.
Yeah, for sure.
But Yeah, I don't think it's a satellite. I'm pretty sure they're not satellites. They're in the atmosphere, but probably, you know, as high as commercial airplanes, I would say.
Okay.
Yeah, they're just way up there. But yeah, I see them every so often. But I mean, to me, it's kind of, I guess, normal.
Weird.
But,
yeah,
I guess.
the whole southern coast of California is like a UFO hotbed. So
Yeah, I don't doubt that now.
yeah,
But, yeah, those are my stories, Jay.
hey man, those are great. Thanks for calling in.
Hey, no problem. I'll send you guys the video.
Yeah, please do.
Very good. Take care.
Bye.
Hey, thanks, man. Cheers.
Man, the stories are popping tonight.
Yeah, this is some good UFO stories. Good ghost story.
What do we got? Yeah, we got time for a couple more here. Just like that. Hello, Cosmic Channels.
Hey, how's it going, guys?
Good, brother. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
It's DeMichael from Buford again.
Oh, welcome back. What do you got
Ray
for us
said
tonight?
something about haunted dolls in the intro this morning. Kind of reminded me of something that happened when I was a kid.
Haunted dolls? Oh, no.
It's okay. We can skip this.
Yeah, let's hang up.
And we're out of time.
We're out of time. All right, well, here, let's
Thanks for
hear some
calling.
haunted dolls. God damn it.
All right, so I was like 12 or 13. There's this kid who lived like catty corner from my dad. And we were playing. We went to go tell his sister in his house that, hey, we're going to go play outside, you know. She was in charge of us, you know. Typical kid thing, making sure someone's watching you. And we walk into her bedroom. You know, there's like baby porcelain angels that everyone like gives little girls.
Yeah.
One of those, like, we walk into her room, tell her, hey, we're going to go play outside. The stereo turns itself on, cranks itself up. One of those dolls flies across the room, shatters. Another one from the other side of the room flies across the room and shatters. And then a third one flies across the room and shatters. So
What song's playing on the radio?
I'm a Believer.
Is
from
it
Shrek.
Monster Mash? Something scary?
It went over to like a local rock station and just cranked. Dude, it was crazy.
Oh.
But it gets worse, man, because you know these three angels fly, they smash, and the whole fucking house starts shaking like there's an earthquake. Well, I'm from Texas. There's nothing, no earthquakes where I'm at all. So we freak out. We run outside. Perfectly calm, beautiful, clear, sunny day.
Weird.
Oh,
Yeah.
man.
Walk
You
back
got
in the house.
paranormally activated, dude.
Wait,
Oh,
how
yeah,
how
it-
bad are we talking here of the house shaking? Like stuff falling off the walls, or just like a light rumble, like you're kind of like lose your balance a bit, or what are we thinking here?
Now their shit flew off walls, like wind, like picture frames are cracked and smashed. There was a cross that was up on the wall that had been knocked where it was upside down. Like their family bred like mini Rottweilers, and all three of their dogs were like in the garage with stuff just piled up in front of them so that they couldn't move in like a little like 1 foot like area. It was crazy. It was wild. Like I never went to his house again after that.
No.
Fuck,
Yeah.
Smart move to Michael.
Smart move.
I would have.
Smart move.
He would.
Yeah, man,
I would no longer be friends with that person either.
Yeah.
Sorry,
That's
not
that's
worth
fine.
it.
Yeah,
It
no,
is
I
what
haven't
it is,
talked to
man.
him in
We had a good
years.
run.
You haven't talked to him?
I'll check you later.
No.
Smart
no,
move.
we kind of drifted apart shortly after that, and I was like, yeah, you know, after that, I don't think I want to get involved in that again.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go play Pokemon cards with somebody else.
Oh, dude.
Yeah,
that's
Yeah, man.
100%. Fuck that. I would not be going over there. So, was there anything else that night, or was that it? Were you after that? You were like, "Hey, mom, come pick me up."
Oh, dude, I like looked at him like, hey, man, I'll talk to you later. I'm going to go to my dad's house, like, you know, like 30
I gotta
feet
go
across
water
the
my
street.
dog.
I'm just
See
going to
ya.
go play Halo. I think I played through like the Halo 2 campaign for the 13 millionth time.
So fun.
Yeah.
Well, what do you think? What do you think it was? What's your thought? What's your theory?
Man, I think it was something trying to scare the shit out of us, because I've had some crazy stuff like that happen too, like earlier and later in my life since then. Like on the ship I was deployed on, like I had some weird stuff happen. So I definitely think there's something out there that likes to make
so
it
you're the
fucking known to
problem.
certain people.
Yeah, it's you.
You and you're
It
blaming
very
your
well
buddy.
could be, man. It could be. But I don't mess with anything, dude. I don't play with anything. Like, I don't mess with Ouija boards. Anytime that there's any kind of freaky thing happening, I'm the first person like, nah, man, I'm out. Peace. Bye. I want nothing to do with this. I'm the Andrew of my group of friends.
I was going to say, is your name
Hell
Andrew?
yeah, buddy. Stay strong. Don't get peer pressured to any of this bullshit. Like me.
Nah, man. No way.
for you.
I'm gone.
Awesome, man. Hey, thanks for the call. We're going to take one more call for the night, but we appreciate you telling that story.
Definitely. You guys have a great night.
You too, man.
Later.
Bye.
Later.
Oh, fuck, man. I can't sleep tonight. It's a good thing I'm not in the studio by myself anymore. There's no way I could sleep out here anymore.
Well, this place is haunted.
You don't have
already.
any little porcelain angel dolls. You'd be all right.
Yeah, well, Zell's had a planchette sitting on a Ouija board for 6 months in there.
6 months. It's been like
Bro,
5 years now.
Zero sympathy. You brought that shit on yourself.
To the paranormal.
I have a constant portal in
Talking
here.
to Zozo and all that kind of
The
shit.
studio is just, it has like a revolving door to the spirit world inside of it.
Yeah, there's a hidden door right to the left of me here. It's straight to the underworld. So
Yeah.
I bring in everything.
That's the last time I'm in studio.
So Andrew doesn't come back to the studio anymore. He's done. All right, time for one more call. If you're humming and hawing, you want to have a grand finale of Cosmic Channels 3.5, call in now.
Fuck you, call us.
Yeah, fuck you. Give us a call. Yeah, it's been a pretty stacked night for good calls. We've got people from all over the world tuning in. Australia, San Francisco, UK, Ireland, Brazil,
yeah.
Portugal, Bangladesh, all over the world tuning into Cosmic Channels. We love to see it. So, one last story before we call it a night on Cosmic Channels. Fuck you. Give us a call if you got a story. If not, we'll be back in 2 weeks. We're every other Sunday, 6:30 to 7:30 Pacific Standard Time. But if you can't call us, you're in bed, we understand. We have a voicemail. You can call and leave your story on our voicemail at any time at 1-833-703-0424. You can give us a call, leave a message. Our voicemail is only 5 minutes long, so you kind of got to...
It's even less.
Speak it up.
Speak it up.
About 3 minutes.
Or leave multiple. Anyways, we got a call on the line. Last call of the night. Hello, Cosmic Channels.
Hey guys, what's up? My name's John. I'm out here in LaPorte.
John,
How we doing?
John from where, sorry?
LaPorte. It's about southeast of Houston.
Okay. Another Texas caller.
Yeah.
Right on, man.
Houston.
All right. Send us
I
home
heard
tonight,
the guy
man.
from San Antonio earlier.
Yep.
You're right.
San
Do what?
Send us home. Last story of the night. What do you got for us?
All right, man. So it was about 7 years ago. I was waiting tables, and I ended up getting off work, and a lot of the coworkers were wanting to go out and drink and party after work. It was about 11 o'clock. We get off work. I have about a beer. I think I had a beer and like one shot. And I just really wasn't feeling it. I wasn't sick or anything. I just really wasn't feeling the vibe. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to head home. I get back to the house, hang out with my dog for about an hour. So it's about 12:30, and I'm hanging out with the dog outside in the backyard, smoking a cigarette. I look up at the sky, and I thought I saw like two different orbs at first, and then I kind of fixed my glasses a little bit and looked out, and it was just one, or at least it only looked like it was one. And I didn't really think anything about it because we live near a municipal airport. So I was kind of like, oh, okay, it's just a little airplane flying around. It's kind of weird that it'd be flying at night. Most of the time, the little tiny planes and stuff like that, they don't really fly at night, but no biggie. So I end up going to I go back in my room, I'm watching YouTube a little bit. I pass out, and I wake up at about 5:30 in the morning in my backyard while it's raining, in my freaking underwear, like straight up my boxers, and my dog's out there with me, freaking out. And I don't know what happened. Like my mom and my brother ended up waking up and said the dog was barking, and said I was sitting underneath the tree while in the middle of the rain, and they were both thought I was like hammered drunk. And I'm like, dude, I hadn't drank in hours. Like that was way earlier. And, you know, a beer and a shot isn't enough to have me sitting underneath the tree. Like, you know, I'm some kind of idiot in the middle of the rain. And it just really weirded me out. And since then I ended up doing some kind of repressive memory, like, you know, where you get hypnotized and stuff like that. And the best that they could gather from that was that I ended up talking about how there was a light and how I didn't have any feeling getting up out of my bed and then going outside. And I've never really heard any reports about abductions or anything like this happening and animals being involved. So it kind of weirded me out that, like, my dog was involved. And obviously, you know, you can't, like, talk to your dog and ask your dog if it was probed or anything. So,
Right.
but yeah, it really weirded me out. And so to this day, like, I'll sit outside sometimes at night and kind of like, just like kind of look around, you know, and I don't know. So, but yeah, that was my story, man. I'm glad I got through. Guys are doing a great job, by the way. I listen to you guys 24/7 all the time, get as much information as I can.
Cheers, man.
Still to this day, you know, just look, I'm always looking it up. So
hell yeah, hashtag look it up. Hey,
man.
hey, wait, before you go, what do you think? What do you think about it? What's your theory?
I don't know, man. Like, at first I thought, you know, it was my go-to, aliens.
Right.
You know, right off the rip, you know, had to be aliens, blah, 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 you know, this, that, and the other. And then, you know, since my dad passed away when I was 11, I'd always felt an eerie feeling in the house. Not like bad, just like, you know, your hair kind of stands on end sometimes. But I mean, I feel like we can do that to ourselves sometimes. You know, you can kind of psych yourself out. You know, you can get a little bit Andrew in you, and then, you know, you just get freaked out.
Yeah.
But
I mean, like a survival? Is that
survival
what you gotta
instinct.
do? Yeah, man. That's what's important.
yeah, definitely. Like a crackhead, I'm running, and
hell yeah, brother.
And so, I don't know, man. I don't know. It was obviously, you know, I've never done anything like that. I don't sleepwalk. I don't talk in my dream. I mean, I'm sure I might mumble things in my dreams, but like, you know, like most people may or whatever. I've never been blackout drunk before, but like I said, I had one beer and a shot. And then it was, you know, 1:30 or 2:30 in the morning by the time I was already in my room, you know, laying in bed, watching YouTube, you know, and then I end up waking up and it's 5:30 in the morning, almost 6. It's pouring rain. I'm in my boxers. I was freaked out. I was literally just scared shitless. Like how did this happen? Like, what's going on? You know, I didn't really look at my body or anything after like that, like check and see if I had any marks or anything. My brother said that I had, like marks on my, like not my spine, but like where my backbone would be or whatever. Like maybe it looked like I was rubbing up against the tree.
Right.
But he was like, it's just red. It's not like it's like scratched, but like it's red, like you were pushed up against it, or maybe you were moving. And I was just like, I told him what I'd done that night and what happened. And he's pretty skeptic. Like, he thinks that there's things out there, but, you know, he can't explain it. So he doesn't really delve into it all that much. But like, you know, he was kind of weirded out about it too. So.
No kidding.
I mean, I don't know, man, but.
Something weird.
Yeah, definitely, you know. So, like I said, every now and then I'll be just sitting outside having a beer and I'll be looking up at the skies, listening to you guys. And I'm like, all right, any day now, this is going to happen again. And I'm going to get it on film and I'm going to run inside. I'm going to post it on the page and get the hell out of here.
Never come back.
But,
nope.
Yeah, right.
Move.
Yeah. Got to go out of Houston, going to Canada. Bye.
Yep.
Yeah, buddy.
Short drive. Excuse me. All right, man. That's going to be the last call of the night, so we appreciate it.
All right, yeah, man. No worries, man. You guys stay well. Be safe. Stay healthy.
You too, brother.
Right on, you too.
Take care.
Cheers.
All right. Yo, later.
Bye.
Cheers.
All right, that's going to do it for Cosmic Channels tonight. That was fun. A lot of great calls. Next Cosmic Channels will be 2 weeks from today. My phone has died. What's that date? It's going to be...
It's first week in August.
August 8th.
August 8th will be the next Cosmic Channels, 6:30 p.m. Pacific Time, 1-833-703-0424. Any topic, any theory, make sure to call in. And if you want to watch it live, make sure to follow Alien Theorists Theorizing YouTube, Facebook, Twitter. We can now live stream goddamn anywhere we want.
Everywhere.
And you can look up Cosmic Channels and Alien Theorists Theorizing wherever you get your podcasts.
Oh, easy.
Peace.
All right, everyone. Peace. See you later. Cosmic Channels is brought to you by Big Theory Productions. The Cosmic Channels are now closed.
That's not just the sound of that first sip of Morning Joe. It's the sound of someone shopping for a car on Carvana from the comfort of home.
That's a good blend.
It's time to take it easy, like answering some easy questions to get pre-qualified for a car in minutes.
Talk about starting the morning right.
Just like customizing your terms so your car fits your budget. Visit Carvana.com or download the app to experience car shopping the way it should be. Convenient, comfortable.
Man, that sunset is gorgeous.
Grill, patio, sunset. Hard to get better than that. Unless you're browsing Carvana's inventory while you soak it all in.
Oh, burger time.
So sit back, get comfortable. Carvana's got thousands of cars under $20,000 just waiting for you.
I could stay here forever.
Carvana, where car buying meets comfort meets convenience. Download the app or visit Carvana.com today.